a lot of people have been asking Jasmine and I what our lifestyle is like. Like, how do we eat? What do we do in regards to stress management? What do we drink? Do we drink alcohol? Do we eat pizza? Do we eat burgers and fries? Do we eat KFC? Whatever it is. Do we eat a normal life now that we're not these physique athletes? And the answer to that question is we live a very balanced, happy life. But one of the biggest things that I seem to be getting on social media, Jasmine, is a lot of people have been asking me about how have you got all this energy? Like, how do you and Jasmine have all this energy? You're in your 40s. Jasmine's in her 30s. How are you living this way? Like, what are you doing? So we thought we'd do an episode and it kind of makes sense. So as I always say, if you've got pen and paper, take lots of notes, because I think we're going to share some ideas with you that could potentially make you feel better. But I think the biggest thing that we want to give you is this energy and vitality that we both experience on a daily basis. But I just want everyone feeling as though they can wake up in the morning and feeling good, feeling optimal, feeling sharp, and having that mental focus and clarity that we all and each and every one of us deserve. So, Jasmine, you don't eat till 2 during the day, every single day. And I always thought to myself, like, why does she do that? And every time you eat, you eat something green. You're always eating vegetables. One of the things that you do at night, which is so funny, is you eat at this huge bowl and you eat a big salad out of it every single night. And then on top of that, you sleep pretty well. You always take your vitamins every single day. What's the other thing that I noticed that you do? You also eat a lot more carbs at night too. But aren't carbs bad? Aren't they? Is that what we're hearing? Why are you eating carbs at night? Because everyone seems to think that you store those carbohydrates in your body overnight too. That's what people say, right? I know that's not true, but talk to the listeners about this, about Jasmine's approach, because her behaviors, what's interesting, her behaviors that she's been doing since we've been together for the last 3 years has honestly, everything that she does has rubbed off on me. So if you're a man and your significant other has some phenomenal healthy habits, then I would encourage you, it's a good idea to start implementing and taking on her behaviors, because they know something, right? So I'm doing Jasmine's protocol right now. And the protocol, yes, we do, is intermittent fasting. That works very, very well for us. It might not work for you, but let's share some ideas. Let's give them some jewels of wisdom.
What was the exact question?
The question that I'm asking you is, like, what do you do? Like, why do you have this approach, or why do you use this approach? And why does it work so well for you? Because it seems to fit perfectly into your lifestyle, and you're busy. You got a lot of things on the go, right? So this could definitely relate to men and women.
Yeah. First of all, I hope we didn't lose any listeners, because when we say things like balanced, right? A lot of people say they want a balanced lifestyle, but the things to have a balanced lifestyle are usually like the boring stuff, right? The things that we all have read, heard, seen time and time and time again. And, you know, for me, I mean, when we first started, you know, dating a couple of years ago.
3.
Yep. I was working in a government position. So my lifestyle was very, very different. So you've kind of seen me evolve in my eating and training and things like that, you know, switching from that government position 9 to 5 to the entrepreneurial world where I could make my own schedule.
Yeah.
And you went through this too with the bodybuilding. You went through a very exploratory transitional phase where you had to figure out like what feels good for you now, you know, figuring out what your body likes just because your schedules are different and things like that. So for me, I mean, to be honest, it was like an effortless kind of thing. When you spend a lot of time like getting to know yourself, you know, physically, like your body and kind of like your mindset, amazing things start to happen. You have more choices, and you respond more to life in general. Like it's not just, you know, when people talk about being mindful of your body, being in tune with your body, those sorts of things.
What does that mean though? Like mindful? Because that's a word that's used so much in the marketplace.
I think it's a sense of being present and being able to respond rather than to react to either external variables, so things outside of your control, but also your own habitual types of habits and things like that. Like, kind of like, oh, this is just how I am.